Pop's place, and this is Pop, and we are ready to cook something today, and I am glad you stopped by. Thank you. This has been one kind of a Thursday, like the kind where you like pull your hair all day long kind of a Thursday. That's why I'm so cute. Don't you love it? You know you do. Anyway, tonight I'm going to make something that is something I like to do when the weather starts to cool just a little bit, and it's really been hot in Florida, to be honest with you, so it's not like we're having all these like dastardly cool temperatures. We love salad, but sometimes a cold salad is not the most refreshing thing in the wintertime. So there are a few salads that I do that are actually hot salads. They're warm content salads. So we'll create just a nice cool bed of lettuce, but I'm going to do my Dijon ranch cashew chicken salad, and it is amazing, so good. So we will whip that up. I will show you some ingredients. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you for liking, for subscribing. We're up to over 225 subscribers now, which is not very big in YouTube world, but it's like the top of the game for me so far. So thank you for dropping in. We appreciate it. And make sure you tell folks about it. Share the link. Let people know. We want you to be part of the community. And thanks for stopping by. We'll come back in just a moment and I will show you some of these amazing ingredients. Okay, so for our ingredients, of course, we need chicken. That's a big one. We need heavy cream. We need, actually, I'm going to use a ranch seasoning pack. I don't have the Dijon mustard out here, which I need to get out of the fridge. I forgot that. But we will, in this, add broccoli florets and cauliflower florets. We have cashew nuts. I have iceberg lettuce so that I can do just a kind of a bed of iceberg lettuce. We have some garlic we'll throw in there. Of course, onion, because we cook that into everything. I use my salt, pepper, and garlic powder seasoning, so we'll use that. And then, of course, the Dijon mustard. We'll create a wonderful sauce. I'm going to roast the veggies first, the broccoli and the cauliflower, so that when they go in the mixture, they're going to be ready to go, ready to eat. And we'll get started in just a minute. I'm not going to bore you with the chopping of broccoli and cauliflower, but we'll come right back when it's time to start putting together the dish and putting together the chicken. So we'll see you soon. Okay, so first and foremost, we have done florets on the broccoli and the cauliflower. I'm going to throw them into this bowl, which they have gone all over the counter, and that's okay because y'all know I don't really care. I'll clean it up. All right, so just kind of make sure that they're bite-sized pieces. That's kind of what we're after. So we'll do bite-sized pieces. Then what I'm going to do is toss them in a little bit of olive oil. I'm throwing them in a 400-degree oven for about a half hour just so that they can do their best work roasting. I don't know why, but roasted cauliflower and broccoli are just amazing to me. That's just the way I like to have it. I'll also throw some salt, pepper, and garlic on the broccoli and cauliflower. We'll roast it. And if I don't need this whole batch, this can be a side item for dinner tomorrow night, so it really doesn't matter. So just do a little bit of olive oil, then my salt, pepper, and garlic. All right, so we'll just give it a little sprinkle, probably a couple of teaspoons is about all we're putting there. And we will toss it, and I'm gonna throw it on a baking dish, throw it in the 400-degree oven. It's already preheated, and we'll let this roast for half an hour before we start on our chicken. So y'all, if there is chicken to be had, I'm gonna buy the cheap stuff. You see Walmart had this on clearance because it was reduced today. That's basically what we're getting. So I got these tenders again. I love chicken tenderloins cooked regularly, but today we're actually going to be cutting these up so that they are, just, little cubey chickens, what we're kind of after in this. So what I'm going to do is, I don't know if you can see this, but there's always a tendon in that chicken tender. And I'm going to grab that tendon with the paper towel. I'm slipping a fork in between, and then I'm just pulling the chicken out, and that takes that tendon out of your chicken. That's a great way to strip the tendon out. Then once I do that, I've still got my cauliflower knife here, we can use that. But after that, I'm just going to be dicing this chicken up because we're going to fry this up in a pan, just small bite-sized pieces. Doesn't take a lot of effort. We'll knock this out in just a few minutes. And that's the way we're going to fry this. Small bite-sized pieces, which I will fry in olive oil with some onion, And then we will create our beautiful Dijon ranch sauce. It's going to be so amazing. So make sure you come back. Okay, so my daughter is Sicky McSickerson today, and she is making a hot toddy here in the background. So y'all just have to forgive her. I'm going to start out, and I probably should be a little closer maybe so you can see what I'm doing. Starting out with some olive oil in a pan, and I'm first going to do the chicken, which I have kind of diced up a little bit into this pan. Once I kind of get it done on the outside, I will throw the onion in that pan also, with again some salt and pepper and garlic, because that's the way the world goes around up at Pop's place. There's the knife from the hot toddy where she's cutting a lemon over there. My goodness. But that's okay, because here's the thing. I'm kind of the one that told her to do the hot toddy, because, yeah, there's something about those old remedies, y'all, and I realize there's some people that probably watch this and they're like, oh, we don't drink alcohol. Well, if you take cough syrup, you got a little alcohol in there, so it's not enough to kill you, but it is enough to cut the gunk in your throat. So anyhow, that's completely beside the point. It has nothing to do with the chicken that I'm cooking right now. So I've got the chicken spread out in the pan here, and I will go ahead and just give it a little sprinkle of some salt, pepper, and garlic powder, which we always keep in regular supply. Looks good. All right, so once we get this frying, I will come back with the onions and we'll go to the next step. So as we're getting the chicken done, we just kind of toss it over until it's mostly cooked. It is going to continue to cook in the sauce, so it doesn't have to be completely done. You know, some people like to go so far as to brown it. I don't need that in my life, so I'm going to go ahead and add these onions, and now we're going to cook the onions until they are translucent. That's kind of what we're after. When they get to the point of translucent, I'm going to add 2 or 3 cloves of minced garlic, which I'm cheating, garlic jar, only because I don't want to deal with bulbs of garlic right now. But, you know, if it was a different world where I wasn't working until 6 o'clock, then maybe I would do differently, but not today, Pilgrim, not today. Hallelujah. All right, so I am going to do some fresh ground black pepper because, y'all, everything is better with fresh ground black pepper. I'm not going to go too crazy with like, you know, in a lot of things I'll do like the Cajun seasoning, that kind of thing. I'm not doing that today. Absolutely not needful. Y'all, this recipe is something that I have been making since I was in my 20s. There are a lot of people in my life that this is their favorite thing that I cook. My kids are not some of them because they're weird. But I think now that they're adults, maybe they'll like it better. So anyway, this is like a 4 or 5 minute thing where we get these onions translucent. We will add a couple of spoonfuls of garlic and let it cook in. This is not a hard recipe. This is an easy weeknight dinner. And it's great if, you know, if you don't have the time to really cook something down for a half hour, 45 minutes. This comes together very quickly, especially with roasting the veggies. And I really love doing that. Roasting the veggies in the oven gives them just a very nice, you know, sometimes they even brown a little bit, and that's kind of cute. I like that in the mix, so we'll do that. Okay, so when we come back, we'll start constructing our sauce. Okay, so I am going to put a quart of heavy cream into my little stirring pitcher here. Y'all, if you see one of those old Tupperware mix and store pitchers, please let me know. I really want one of those so bad. All right, I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons of Dijon mustard in here. Perhaps it's about, I'd say, 1/4 of a cup. I'm going to move kind of quickly because I don't want my chicken and garlic to burn. I'm doing a packet of the ranch style dressing. And then I'm going to whip it up. Yes, girl. You go. I'm going to give it a taste momentarily. I'm going to go with another packet of the ranch because I think we're going big on this recipe. So, with that, another packet of the ranch seasoning. A little more of the Dijon mustard, probably about 2 more tablespoons. Let me stir this so it doesn't burn. Ooh, it's starting to brown up now. We got to get this going. Perfecto. All right, so for this full-size recipe, I was wrong. Quart of heavy cream, 2 packages of ranch-style seasoning, and about 5 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, prepared mustard. Much better, yes. All right, and we're putting that into the drink. That's what I'm saying. That's marvelous. Okay. And you almost couldn't see that because I had you so far out of the shot, but we will use a spatula to clean that all out of there, make sure all of that wonderful seasoning is in. Now we're going to bring this to a boil, but we want this to be kind of on a low medium boil. So I'm definitely going to cut the heat back quite a bit. This back to a medium heat, and I'm just going to slowly integrate all of this. And what we want is we want the delicious, I'm sorry, my camera's just a moving. We want this delicious heavy cream to start reducing, and it's going to. The other thing that we're going to add real quick, while those are roasting in the oven, the vegetables are roasting in the oven, I am also going to do probably the equivalent of about 3/4 of a cup of cashews, maybe a little more, maybe a cup. Now I will reserve some of those cashew nuts to sprinkle on the top whenever we have our salad. Now once we cook this and get it reduced where we want it to be, we'll actually let this go off the burner and cool down quite a bit, because you don't want to put blazing, boiling hot topping on there, but you definitely want this to be like a nice warm salad. So I did turn that down a little ways too much. We'll go ahead and turn that back up. And so we'll come back when it's time to add the broccoli and the cauliflower. We'll stir all that in and we'll show you what happens next. Okay, so I'm a little frustrated. I had a beautiful plastic lettuce knife, and it is unfortunately no more. So I broke it at some point or other. And so I'm just taking this iceberg lettuce, and if we don't use this whole head of lettuce, this is salad for another night. It's not a big deal. I do hate cutting it with a metal knife because unfortunately that will cause it to brown a little bit, but I am not a picky person. The people in my life are not super picky, so we're gonna go ahead and chop those up, throw them into the salad spinner. We will begin to spin that salad up. That's the basis for our Dijon Ranch Cashew Chicken Salad. So delicious. This nice cold bed of iceberg lettuce, which we'll throw in here. We'll wash and we will spin. And it should be really nice, really good. At least we hope it will. Chop it up real good. I don't know if my spinner is going to be big enough for all that, but that doesn't matter much. So we're going to get it in there. If I have to wash it in 2 loads, we will. I just looked in on the broccoli and cauliflower. It's toasting up so nicely. Looks amazing. That looks like a thick thing there, so we'll throw it out. Now I'm going to wash this and spin it, and then we'll be ready for supper with our salad base just momentarily. All we'll have to do is really just to stir in a few poppy seeds and put a bed of lettuce down. We'll stir in the broccoli and cauliflower, let it cool, and it'll be ready to plate up, and it'll look amazing. Okay, y'all, so we have our beautiful cauliflower and broccoli, and I'm just gonna put some of this in here until I feel like it's where it needs to be. Maybe use all of it, given the quantity of the sauce that I made. We shall add it all, looks like, and I will stir that in. Now the cashews that I put in there, they're gonna get tender. The ones on the top will be crispy. And so this makes just such a nice presentation. I can't even explain to you. And literally, I'm gonna let this simmer just a little while, but this is pretty much it. And what I'll do next, I'm gonna take this off of the burner and let it cool to probably half temperature, because we definitely don't want this to be full on, you know, blazing, boiling hot when we put it onto the salad, because that's definitely not a good idea. But, oh, I left a piece of broccoli. How did that happen? My goodness. Okay, so we definitely don't want it blazing, burning hot, but at the same time we want just a nice presentation. I'm getting it everywhere, but that doesn't matter because I can clean it up. And we literally, you dip this over the top, you sprinkle cashews and poppy seeds on the top, and you have Poppy's wonderful Dijon ranch cashew chicken salad. It is so good. I can't even tell you how good it is. It is a full meal, this salad. And I only do this a couple of times a year, so you just happen to be in one of them. And we will let this cook and mix up. Looking very nice. And we'll get back with you shortly. I think the echo thought that I was talking to that female, but I was not. So anyway, all right, we'll get back with you shortly when it's time to plate it up. Okay, we got our lettuce right here. I'm gonna go ahead and make myself a delicious bed of lettuce. Still kind of chunky. I should have broke that up a little better, but it doesn't much matter because the sauce is gonna do it. Now, I'm gonna tell you, we, you know, kind of in Appalachia, they do what's called kilt lettuce, where you actually do a hot vinegar and bacon dressing over the top of your over the top of your lettuce for your salad. It makes just an amazing salad, but that's not what this really is. This is beautiful cashew chicken salad. I have got to get just a few more of these amazing cashew nuts. A lot of protein in the salad between the chicken and the cashews. And the other thing is the poppy seed. Poppy likes the poppy seed, so we shall sprinkle just a little of the poppy seeds across the top. And this becomes dinner tonight. Beautiful, breathtaking, sexy Dijon ranch cashew chicken salad. So good, and we'll come right back for it. Okay, so we are at the end of this one, and I'm gonna tell you just how stinking amazing. Cashew chicken salad. Dijon ranch cashew chicken salad is good. I love the warm topping over the lettuce. It's so good. Super easy. I will try to make sure that I put the recipe in the comments so you'll have it. Excuse me, that was rude. Anyway, that's what happens when you eat on camera. Anyhow, thank you for stopping in, watching me eat the last 5 minutes, for enjoying the recipe. I hope you're going to come back, tell your friends, like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Do you do any kind of a hot salad? I'd like to know about it. Let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you. So, at any rate, we'll be back sometime this weekend. I don't know what we're going to do this weekend. It's going to be fun. And I do know we have Cocktails and Carols with Poppy and family coming up on the 18th. So make sure you're part of that. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you're going to enjoy it. It's going to be great. So thanks for dropping by, and we'll talk to you very soon. Goodbye.